Hello, everybody. It's just me this time. One sec. Just making sure everything sounds okay. Gotta open my stream manager. Okay, so it seems like everything is okay. If anyone's in chat, just let me know if the game is too low, because I think on my end it's pretty low as well. So, we are playing some Stray Gods today. And the reason we're playing Stray Gods is because I got it a long time ago, and I wanted, oh shit, my ad's about to start. Snooze. I wanted to play it a while ago, but I got a little self-conscious for some reason, and then I kind of psyched myself into playing it. But fuck it, I'm itching to stream again today for some reason, weirdly enough, so we're streaming again. Okay, let's see. Let me just see. I think I'm gonna turn the game up a little, but I'm afraid it's gonna get too loud. Whatever. We're gonna go for it. Oh, new game. Oh yeah, and some minor, not minor, some, I'm echoing my ear. Some content warnings. It does talk about alcohol use, violence, PTSD, death, and themes of suicide. So if those aren't your, if you don't want to hear about any of that, I wouldn't be mad if you didn't want to watch. But yeah. So if you want to leave, you can leave. And I won't blame you for it. Alright, so with that, we're gonna begin. Luckily this game, I believe, is fully voiced, so there's no actual reading needing to be involved. I just like hearing Laura Bailey's voice. Oh, let's see.
4 hours.
Let's see. Okay, sounds good.
4 hours in a rented gym
and thank
that
you for the
still
lurk,
smells
Blue.
like socks and childhood trauma. And where did it get us? Other than bored? The band wasn't even looking for anything specific. We just wanted change. We wanted to see who was out there, if they'd show up.
Oh god.
Well, they showed up all right.
They showed up alright.
You know, I had a dream where this exact thing happened. Except we were on stage. And naked.
We were auditioning.
Not all of us. Okay, it was just me.
She's
I was
pretty.
naked. I think this went better.
Oh, and I heard that there is a female romance in this, so even better. You're trying to make female. Maybe we should try that. It couldn't be worse. Let's go with you're trying to make me feel better.
I see what you're doing, Freddy. You're just trying to make me feel better.
How about making us feel better? We sat through this too.
I'm so sorry you all had such a rough time. Freddy has a bad idea. What else is new? Okay, let's just wrap this up. Kaz, do you need a ride?
Just to Brian's. I'm, crashing on his couch until I get a new place.
What? You said it'd be 2 days.
You know you like having me around. Whatever.
Have you heard yourself snore?
Hey, Grace, you okay?
You okay?
I know you've been kind of loose ends since you left college. I was just hoping tonight would cheer you up.
They're both my types. Oh god. You're the best. Okay.
You're always looking out for me, Freddy.
Nah, that's the deal, right? Best friends to the end.
Best friends?
Right. I just wish it wasn't always so one-sided.
Hey, don't worry about that. Really, Grace. You'll get through this.
Music is your life, Freddy. You're the drummer, the lyricist. All of this was your idea. I I wish I knew where I fit.
I think you fit. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You coming?
I'm gonna hang out a bit and lock up. I'll see you at home. Like a boat
Ooh, we singing already.
lost at sea, with no sails, not a breeze. I
She
am
really does have a great voice.
drifting cold waters, no star to be seen. Is the world too much, or is it just me? Everything I set upon unravels at my feet. Everything I've learned wasted on a girl who doesn't know how to be free. Like a boat lost at sea.
Someone's coming.
With no sails, not a
Oh.
breeze. I am drifting cold waters, no star to
Oh, she's
be
pretty too.
seen.
Oh,
Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I just I
Ashley
heard
Johnson.
you from outside. My name's Calliope. You have an amazing voice. I hope you know that.
Thanks. I'm Grace. Are you here for the audition, or?
Yes. Yes, I am.
no, you weren't. All right. Let's see. Are you sure? You sure?
Do you really want to join our band? You sure you got the right audition?
I'd give anything to join you, Grace.
Hello.
All right. Well,
With the fire furious, I have burned my tongue. Grief from all the promises, too many dreams unsung. All the steps I didn't take and paths proved untrue. Is there any path through?
Ooh, it's gonna be a duet.
like a boat lost at sea,
Though I'm about to
with no
rest,
sails, not a
you
breeze.
still have your life ahead.
I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen.
All things that lose their way can find it again. There is no inertia in the ocean.
Ooh, okay. Clever. Sometimes you need to think your way out of a problem, right? This Grace is sneakier, smarter, and witty. Kick ass. In your face. This Grace is very punk rock and not afraid to get reckless, and aggressive when it's called for. Charming. This Grace with soul and charisma. She tries to do the right thing, and everyone likes her more for it. Ooh. Let's see. Let's see. We can do... Let's do... I want to do clever. Oh, okay, there we go. I thought something happened.
You are right, Calliope. There's always a breeze. But if I build a sail, can I trust the wind
think-
to guide me?
Okay, this game actually does have some replay value.
Wow. What was that?
Your song was just so wonderful. I had to finish it with you. I hope that's all right. I also know what it feels like to be lost. To feel as if you have no place to turn. That's why I had to come inside.
You aren't here to audition.
You didn't come here for the audition, did you? You didn't even know about it.
Caught and called out. I was nearby and your song called to me. I didn't want you to think I was deranged or something.
Weirder things have happened, I guess.
May I ask you why you feel so adrift? You're so young. Surely your life is just beginning.
It's that transition phase between being a teenager and being an adult. College is one of those, you either know what you want to do or you're still trying to figure it out. We could do honesty. I kind of want to be guarded. We don't really know her, so I'll be guarded.
No younger than you. You're what, like 25?
A bit older than that.
Well, you know the story. Nothing ever works out like you think it should. Times 10.
Sometimes you leave college knowing what you want. College
I
really
do
tells
know
you that you
that
don't
story.
want to do.
I should go.
I should go. She looked back. She wants us.
Am I gonna see you again? I know you didn't really come to join the band, but
She wants us.
I hope to see you again, Grace. Perhaps soon.
She wants us.
right. See you then.
Their voices really did sound very good together. Oh.
Did you lose your keys, Fred?
Oh, we even live with
I thought
Fred.
you'd be-
Oh shit.
Calliope?
Oh shit.
I didn't know where else.
How did you even
I'm
find
so
us?
sorry, Grace.
How did you find me? How did you know where we lived?
Where? Why? How did you know where I lived?
She
I
okay, this is
followed
this is weird.
I thought I didn't want to do this to you. Not like this. I'm so sorry.
What do you mean? Hey, Calliope!
Oh shit, she dead.
Please, please, come on.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what is this?
What is
Let me
that?
change. She did something to us. Oh, now you're gonna get blood in my hair. We're gonna get blood in our hair. We're gonna get blood in our hair. Oh, sir?
Oh, I can wait.
Hermes?
Take your time.
Why you look like a fuckboy?
Who? Is that my door?
Girl.
Technically, it's my door. Or our door, maybe? I came as soon as I could.
Erika Ishii? Who are you?
Hold on. Who are you? How did you get here?
Through the door? I mean, geez, how did you get here? She really is dead, huh? Man. So, the chorus is gonna want to talk to you.
The chorus?
Sucks, but,
My
you know.
fans? The chorus?
The chorus? You mean the authorities? Are they coming?
I guess they're authorities? But they're not coming here. We have to go to them. Like, I can see you don't know squat about this, so I'm gonna explain real quick, but then you gotta come with me, okay? When Cal died, you saw a shiny thing come out of her, right? That was her soul. That's what made her a god.
Ooh,
A
she's
what?
a god?
It's in you now, which
The
makes you a
soundtrack
god.
of this game is immaculate.
Surprise, right? With me so far?
I haven't
Cool.
played yet,
Let's
so
go.
I'm really hoping it is pretty good. But right now, I like it. The first song was pretty good. Also, hi, Mr. Mod. Oh, since you're here, is sound okay? Hello. Hello. Hello.
Where are we?
Sorry to drop you and run, but when an idol dies, there's like 100
Sound
different
good?
things
Okay,
I
good.
gotta do.
No, wait. Where did you bring me? How did we get here?
The chorus can explain.
The chorus.
Don't
My fans.
touch anything.
Okay,
Okay.
we're not touching anything.
Wait.
I kind of want to touch some stuff.
Okay. Yeah. I'll just wait here and, not touch anything.
I kind of want to touch some stuff. The bird is looking at us. Instead of touching things, we're sitting on everything. What is this? Not the cookies. Don't steal the cookie. Don't. I don't even like cookies that much. Oh. Oh, they're... Who is that on the far right? Hello? Oh, no, not him. She's pretty too.
Our beloved sister,
Athena.
the last of the muses, has passed on to you, our new sister, delivered to us by dear sweet Hermes. It's, Grace, yes?
Yes?
Oh, my. You have had quite the day, haven't you?
Whoever that person that was like right here. Hello. Can I romance you? You have such... Oh. Damn it, Virgo. Alright. I don't have anything to drink, but I guess I gotta hydrate. I don't have any water on me. Actually, I do have a water bottle left. Okay, I'll be right back with the water bottle. Fine. One sec, I'll be right back. Pixie. I'm sorry, Pixie. You can't come in. Virgo popping in with the shadow hydrate. One sec, I'm just getting settled in my chair. It's actually really cold in my room right now, so I need a blanket. Like, I like it when it's cold, but it's pretty cold in my room. Okay, one hydrate, here we go. Alright. This is all some mistake. Light the room with fire, make it warm? Yeah, I'll just set my whole room on fire.
So Calliope is really dead. Even if she's a
god?
yeah, a god.
Yes, we call it passing on, but yes, sadly it happens even to us. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Athena, goddess of wisdom. This is Apollo, god of prophecy, dressed for the occasion, as always. The wondrous Aphrodite, goddess of
Ooh.
love. And the one glaring at you is
That's Persephone?
once queen of the underworld.
Oh, hello!
Together, we are the chorus. We rule over the idols, our name for the gods who remain. All of us.
That's
hidden in your modern
Persephone?
world.
Ma'am, hello? And you live here?
Right, and you live here, not in some city in Europe or a...
On top of a mountain. Oh, I know. Once we roamed marble halls, and now fashionably appointed apartments. We have Wi-Fi.
They have Wi-Fi.
We move with the times, Grace. We have to, if we're going to remain hidden and survive. The mortals grow more and more clever with each passing century. Television! I do what I must.
Gods are real.
Gods aren't real. They can't be, they're just...
Stories, myths, legends.
If you're real, you'd be all-powerful. You wouldn't be hiding or...
Don't pay much attention to those old tales about us, Grace. They weren't very true to begin with, and, well, truth be told, we've diminished since those days. That doesn't mean we're helpless, of course. Far from it. Yet, at the end of the day, we too are just people, trying to get by.
You expect me to believe this?
You expect me to believe that gods, sorry, idols, have been living among us for what?
I know a thing
thousands of
about
years?
idols.
You're thousands of years old.
Oh, no, I'm not trying to make you believe anything. Not at all. If you'd like to believe this office is right outside your front door, or that we are, I don't know, actors, religious fanatics, by all means. The only thing I do need you to grasp is that you are here. This is real, and like it or not, it is happening.
You said I'm a god now.
Wait, you said, and Hermes said, that I'm a god now too. And an idol.
That is true.
That thing that came out of her that went into me.
We call it an eidolon, the part of Calliope's soul which made her an idol, which now makes you one.
Athena, we are wasting time.
The reason you're here, Grace, the reason why we made you wait so long while we debated, is because we have rules. Those rules mean we can't admit into our ranks a usurper, never mind a possible murderer. I know this will all come as a shock, and I'm so sorry to say it, but I'm afraid you have to die.
Hello? Wait, hold. But Girl! Ma'am?
Hold on. What do you mean? What do you mean you have to die?
It's exactly as it sounds, Grace.
You made me wait all this time, but...
What about a trial? You aren't the police. Why hasn't someone called the police?
Give me a trial.
Calliope's blood is literally on your hands.
But... It isn't...
Oh, she looks so helpless. Maybe we
We should do as we agreed. Calliope's line would end, yes, but what other option do we have? Let a usurper remain an idol?
Justice has to be done.
for Calliope's sake.
But this isn't justice!
Oh, we're singing now.
You cannot hide from this reality.
I'm not hiding, though a little lost here.
If you are lost, little girl, this bears explanation. Dear child, please listen. You have usurped a muse. No recourse to be arranged.
But it's unfair.
I know, but our laws cannot be changed.
But she came to me.
You must realize there are simple rules. If one of us dies, these rules have been the tools that
You must know I didn't
us.
do it. Is it weird this isn't song?
Now
Oh,
that
not the fourth wall break.
muse is gone,
Now that she's gone,
I'm afraid you'll have to see. The chorus is in accord. Justice won't be ignored.
I disagree.
Apollo. Coming in to save our ass.
Did I hear that correctly?
You've been quiet this entire time, Apollo. Why speak up now?
I grieve Calliope's loss just as much as the rest of you, but I can't let you do this.
Matt
He's
Mercer?
right. What if Grace speaks the truth? What if Calliope chose her?
And what if Calliope was murdered by her? What if Grace stole her Eidolon?
Then we need to find out. Don't you want justice?
Oh, Apollo, I thought we'd agreed this was justice. What would you have us do?
Let me prove myself. I want a trial. Let's find the
There has to be
truth.
some way to find the truth. Aren't you gods? Couldn't a god, I don't know...
We aren't seriously considering this.
Very well. This one time. I put a motion before the chorus. Do we allow Grace the right to prove her innocence?
Yes.
Yes.
I think so. Yes.
Fine.
And there we have it.
So I live.
So
For now.
no dying. Am I hearing that right? No Grace getting smited by the gods?
You say Calliope chose you. I would like to believe that. I truly would. You have 1 week to find out what happened, Grace.
What happens after a week?
There will be a trial. If you cannot provide proof of your innocence by then, oh, our original verdict stands.
How do I
Can
find the
someone
killer?
explain to me just how I'm supposed to find the truth? I'm not a detective. I don't know anything about the idols.
Well, that's for you to figure out.
I knew you were going to say that. How did I know you were going to say that?
We're not going to keep you, Grace. You have much to do. Before you go, however, a few rules. Do not reveal our existence to the mortal world. This includes mortal authorities that cannot help you. Do not harm another idol. Do not leave the city. Do as the chorus commands. Otherwise, do whatever you must to find the true killer, if they exist.
Oh, that's all?
Alrighty then.
Welcome, dear sister.
And do help yourself to a cookie.
I don't trust it. I don't trust it. You know what? I'm gonna take one. Aw, I thought I was gonna have that choice. Time to head home. Oh, okay. Let's go home. Freddy! Hey, Freddy!
Grace?
I'm kind of shell-shocked, huh? It was a lot to take in.
Grace? Hi.
Hi. Hi. Hi. You're kidding, right? When I came home, the door was wide open. You weren't answering your phone. Kaz and Brian are still out looking for... Grace... We thought something happened to you.
I'm sorry.
Wait, did something happen to you?
I can't tell mortals, right? What if I do?
When you got home, there wasn't a body here? No blood or anything?
A body? What do you mean, like a dead body?
Yeah. A woman named Calliope. She showed up and she was...
You were gone all night. Why didn't you answer your phone?
I'm sorry, babe.
I was calling and calling. This wasn't some hookup, was it? Because, you can say it's none of your business, Freddy.
It was not a... I should warn you.
Freddy? You might not want to turn around.
Why? Did your hookup return? Did they bring flowers? Are they preparing to serenade you?
Hi there.
Hi there.
Who is this, Grace? Why does he have horns?
That's a good question.
Honestly, your guess is as good as mine.
To answer your question, my dear, you see the horns because I allow you to see the horns. That's crazy, right?
That's crazy.
As for who I am, I've been known most often as Pan. So you call me that, if you must call me anything.
Pan, of the Greek gods, Pan, right? What are you, some kind of cosplayer?
Cosplayer.
The days of idols being called gods are well behind us, I'm afraid, but I assure you, I am the real article. I've come to offer our newest idol a helping hand. Or perhaps two. You do look lost, don't you?
Very. What do you get out of it? Can we talk in front of Freddy?
And what do you get out of helping me exactly?
Now that is an excellent question. You'll need that kind of baseless suspicion if you're going to survive among us.
Is it baseless? I've already had my life threatened tonight.
Whoa, wait. Life threatened? What?
Oh, now you've done it. You've gone and upset the mortal.
So we can just talk about this in front of Freddy.
Haven't you? Darling. And here I drop my glamour and everything.
It's just, I was told we're not supposed to. Talk about it, that is.
Freddy.
Talk about what? Grace, tell me.
The prohibition is against revealing the idols to the mortal world. She's not the mortal world, is she? She can be trusted, can't she?
Why do I have the feeling that I'm going to regret not leaving with Brian and Kaz?
Oh, I can guarantee it.
Okay, Freddy. Have a seat. Let's talk.
Let's talk. Oh.
Huh.
That's it?
Huh? I guess. Do you believe in this, Grace?
This is a pretty good game. I played some of it on my Xbox. Hope you enjoyed it. Oh! I hope so too. I've been meaning to play this for a long time. It's been sitting on my Steam library forever. Thank you. Thank you, Ravi. Ugh. I had proof. I'm just a big sucker for musicals, Laura Bailey, and fantasy role-playing. I guess it's not so much as fantasy since it's set in the modern world, but yeah. It's got Greek gods in it.
Sure, but I had proof. I traveled through a magical door.
Which sounds extra cool.
I was a little distracted.
Well, I have a million questions, but I can ask them later.
Maybe in and out.
The important thing
Playing
is that I'm
knockoff
here
Lethal Company with Sky, but
to
this is
support my
the
best
good
friend.
semi-fantasy visual novel with great music. Excellent. Excellent. Have fun with Sky. I'm also lurking in Labs' stream and Blues' stream as well. She looks like she's doing good.
What did I
But
ever
so
do
far,
to
I
deserve a
really,
friend
really
like
enjoy
you?
this game.
You sat next to me at lunch period, dummy.
Oh, yeah, right.
My friendship comes with all sorts of benefits, up to and including
She's-
the tracking down of supernatural killers.
Such
love her.
darling camaraderie. It brings a tear to my eye. It truly does.
Speaking of killers,
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You wound me, dear lady. I've come to offer advice to our newest idol, a foundling. who was
Ironically,
set adrift most
both
cruelly.
of them are my type, so both of them together. I love Freddy. How did you know about me?
Seems rather convenient, you showing up with advice. How did you even know I existed?
A little bird
Just
told
push them
me.
together. I'm gonna do that.
But
I'm
you
just gonna
must
just
know. Very
grab both their
useful, those
faces and
little
just.
birds.
he's not going to tell you, Grace.
There's not much to tell.
I like that they do have
Among
little
the idols,
markers to know
news
which one's the
travels
romance
swiftly.
line.
We are a
So I'm gonna be
tiny
pushing
village
every single one of
godly
them.
Busybodies. I heard of your arrival, and I know how obtuse the chorus can be. So here I am. You're welcome.
How do you know? How do I know you're not the killer?
You know, you could be the killer, for all I know.
Come to mislead you, perhaps. How fiendishly clever of me. Well called, darling.
And maybe even true.
Poor Pan! To be eternally
I love that
maligned
Freddy's
and
a ride or die.
mistrusted. Alas, and alas, and alas. I doubt there's a line of idols waiting to offer you advice, Grace. But whether you accept mine or not is for you to decide.
What's in it for
I
you?
still don't trust you. Nobody does anything for free.
That comes with trauma.
Now. Who said I was doing anything for free?
Here we go.
I have not, however, asked for anything. As of yet.
So tell me your advice.
Okay, I'll bite. What's your advice? I have to admit, I don't really know where to start.
Well, I'm not normally one to run amok telling others how to live their lives. But have you considered using your powers?
My powers.
My
Oh yes.
powers.
Music, art, passion. You are the last muse, and all these are now your province.
My province. Of course, start singing. That sounds pretty cool. My province.
What do you mean, my province?
Each of us has, how shall I say, our talents. Yours is music, as
Can I
befits
save
a
my
muse.
game, or is this autosave?
You're like the original rock star, Grace.
Okay, but how does that help me find
Let me
Calliope?
see. No.
Piece of
Actually,
mi-
let me check options. Can it? Can I? No. No, I can't. Okay. So it's an autosave kind of thing.
Murderer.
Allow me to expedite the process of understanding. Now then, close your eyes.
Oh, it does
You hear
autosave.
that? It's coming from you. When you sing, what emotion does it summon?
I don't know.
You open your eyes, you look into the crowd, and you feel
Powerful.
Ooh. More singing, more singing.
that you're lost now. You've been given powers you don't understand. I'm the guy who can help you. All that you hear is at your command.
Wait.
No, it's okay, Freddy. This is all me? What do I do?
Start singing.
Now?
Why not? Time's a wasting.
Let's roll with it.
How the hell did you find me? This is the weirdest night I've ever had. And you say I have powers? How could this possibly turn out bad? Am I doing it now?
Brilliant.
I don't follow.
Lost little girl.
Are those really actual horns? And this singing is so hard to swallow. Can you hear me, Grace? What's going on?
Sounds Sounds like it's time to shine.
So sorry you had to be here for this. I'm in the dark too as you're hearing this. Like I know that I'm in full control, cause the words and the tunes I feel here in my soul. If this is a power, I'm not overthinking it. If this was a drink, I'd be drinking it. But someone is dead and I'm losing my head. Like the goat said, this is my time, time to shine.
Oh, I'm gonna be listening to this soundtrack.
Time to shine. Grace, nothing makes sense here. And won't the carpet be covered in fleece? And you said someone died here. Shouldn't we then just call the police?
Relax, I've got this.
Can we all loosen up now? Remember, this madness is happening to me. This music makes sense to me somehow. But pulling me round is not what I need.
Is that gonna be here all the time?
How dare you? You don't know me.
If she has to be, pass me some wine.
Grace, is this how you let strangers speak to me?
Oh, I gotta defend my girl. I gotta defend my girl.
Looks out for me, always been my friend. You're a bipedal something. What are you again?
I'm the guy who can help you along.
I'm the girl who can help sing her song, cause it's my time, time to shine. This is your time, time to shine.
Well, go on then.
Have everyone sing together.
I
Let
can
Freddie
do
and Pan
whatever I
sing.
want.
Well, you can't stop.
Rip a solo.
time, so.
Grace, I'm frightened. It's okay. I think I got this.
Let's sing together. What the fuck? Oh, we're scatting now.
I never knew I had that in me.
Who's making this happen? This isn't a game.
You don't understand.
This has all gotten out of hand.
Nothing for Grace will ever be the same.
I want to go with Freddie.
Freddie's amazing. She's the one I trust. And you're treating me like I just got off the bus. If I'm ever needed, she knows I'm there.
I can't work with this.
Do I need you? It's my time, time to shine.
Working with me or her?
My time, time to shine.
Go with the pro or this amateur.
Time, time to shine.
I gotta go with my girl.
Sorry
Nice.
to break it to you, Pan.
Oh,
But I'm not abandoning
nice.
my best
Hi,
friend.
Perry.
That's your choice. Humdrum mortality.
How about
Shine.
trusting in those who love her instead of those who want to use her?
Oh my, such drama.
It's our time to
No matter how
shine.
you employ it, Grace, this is the power of a muse, drawing out that which lies within. I trust you can see how that might be useful in your investigation.
Investigation. I force people to sing? That doesn't sound too bad, but also that does sound like a problem. But I didn't have full control. I think so?
I think so. So I can make people do anything?
If I meant you could make them do anything, I would have said you could make them do anything. No, Grace. You pull truth from within. But it is their truth, and not yours. A muse does not command. She evokes. She elicits. She inspires.
Look, Creepo, Grace already told you to take a hike.
So she
My
did.
girl.
Allow me to get
My
to the
Freddie,
point that
my girl.
for all your powers, you still need a place to begin your search. And this I can provide. An address in the city where Calliope was staying, I do believe.
Should have led with that.
You have Calliope's address? You should have started with that.
And miss all the dancing? Nonsense. Now this I consider a favor. One I hope you'll remember in future dealings.
That's perfect. We can look for clues there. What this Calliope was doing, who her enemies were.
I should remind you there is an element of danger. A killer is on the loose, no?
Maybe next time, Freddy. I need your... No, then I'll need her help.
Then I'll definitely need backup.
You'll be fine. After all, what's a mortal to do that you cannot?
I can speak Hindi.
She's so cute.
I need to find Kaz and
I
Brian.
love
Just
her.
tell them you're okay.
She's so cute.
If, not the other stuff.
Then I guess I'll go check this place out on my own.
So glad that's settled. I'll let you get to it. I've drinking to resume. Ta-ta.
I can speak Hindi. She's so adorable. Alright, we're gonna go to Calliope's house. I should check out the address Pan gave me. Oh, that is a very upscale apartment. And it's unlocked.
Oh, it's open.
That's not a good sign.
That's not a good sign.
That's not a good sign. And somewhat empty. Barely lived in.
This is Calliope's apartment? I don't know what I was expecting, but not this.
Not this.
Hello?
Can you close the door behind
sure,
you?
Grace, good job. Just announce to the killer that you're here. I better have a look around.
Okay, let's see. Let's look at like a painting, Warhol painting, drums, Elvis picture, harp, instrument. Let's just look at the guitar first. Yeah.
Damn, look at that. That's beautiful. How do you even get one of these?
Let's look at the light. Why does it keep doing that?
After Calliope left the audition, where did she go? Did she follow me? Did she come here? Did she paint that? Looks like it belongs in a museum.
That is evoking some feelings in me, some sort of piece of art. Warhol painting.
Andy Warhol, yeah, that makes sense. I wonder how many celebrities she knew.
Am I just gonna look at everything and see what she comments on?
Right. These aren't... Do I inherit these as the new muse? Is that even okay to ask?
Is that even okay to ask? I mean, I'm a new muse. It's all her stuff. Calliope's dead. She kind of picked me.
I want to believe this is just an ironic photo of Elvis and she wasn't like his muse or...
Oh god, no. Please no, I don't want to be
Giant
any
harp. Of course
sort
there's a
of
giant
muse
harp.
for Elvis.
So many instruments in here. Did she play all of them?
Let's go upstairs.
I don't see anything useful down here. Maybe there's something upstairs?
I never really liked the spiral staircase like this. It always made me kind of dizzy. Also, an apartment that's 2 stories?
Keep it together,
That's crazy.
Grace. It's just your average, everyday...
Yo.
There were only 3 muses, you know, not 9.
Apollo.
Whenever they found someone who made something truly masterful or created a new art form, they'd pass on their eidolon, take a new name. You see, that's how the mortals became confused. They got it wrong. Like they got almost everything about us wrong.
You're Apollo. What are you doing here, my guy?
You're Apollo, right? God of prophecy? One of the chorus.
Sometimes I am, yes.
What does that mean?
It means... It means sometimes I just feel like an old man who's lost too many friends. If I may ask, how did you find this place? And what are you doing here?
You're not just here to grieve.
I could ask you the same question.
I told you why.
I know what you said, but look around. This office has been tossed. Someone searched this place from top to bottom.
With this? It was like this when I got here.
And you didn't think that was in the least bit strange?
I can't help you, Grace. I wish I could. You deserve better.
Okay. Can you tell me more about Calliope then?
Can you tell me about Calliope? I barely knew her, but she seemed...
She was a beautiful soul, if troubled.
Troubled?
She thought the idols had lost their way. She argued with us, with all of us, that we needed to change. We hadn't spoken in years. I hadn't seen her home before today. I'd rather not talk about it.
Then why did you speak up for me? Why can't you help me?
Why can't you help me exactly? Pan said there's no specific rule against it.
You've already met Pan? How odd. It's not that I'm forbidden to help you, Grace. It's that you don't want my help.
Of course I do! You have to know more than me about almost everything!
My help will only make things worse.
How is that possible? I've been sentenced to death.
And without my help, you stand a chance of avoiding that fate.
Okay. Then why did you speak up for me?
I should thank you for, speaking up for me.
It wasn't right, what they were doing.
It still isn't.
Hydrate.
I still need help.
I'm not disputing that, Grace. I just don't think that I'm the one to help you.
Thank you, Robbie.
So you didn't mess up the room, but someone must have. There could be a clue.
No, nothing that I've seen. All this mess, as you put it, is likely the result of her projects.
Her projects?
When Calliope got an idea in her head, she would obsess over it, sometimes for months, even years. I don't know what she was involved with lately, but this... for her, this is nothing.
So you won't help me at all?
So let me get this straight. You'll speak up for me, but you won't lift a finger to help.
You don't want me to do more.
You keep saying that, but it doesn't make any sense.
Tell me why.
If you didn't want to help, that'd be one thing. But insisting I don't want you to? Why not?
Tell me why. He's gonna start singing.
Can't do this.
Why not? Don't you want the truth?
Calliope was clearly important to you. Don't you want to know the truth?
Of course I do.
Then help me.
What's the problem? Don't do it for me. Do it for her.
No, I haven't sung in centuries.
According to Pan, I can't force anyone to do anything.
But I can bring out the truth in him.
Phantom pains from a missing friend, feeding thoughts, thoughts that never end. What did I do? What didn't I do?
It's a sad ballad.
Here she is, only in your head. Long gone fights, but they're never dead. What did I do? What didn't I do?
What did you do?
What did you do? What didn't you do?
Cause and effect. The earth shook and my instinct was protect. She said, come, there's waves to ride. And I stayed shut inside, and that's where she and I would disconnect.
You abandoned her.
Pause and effect.
Calliope sounds awesome.
You held fast. What's that about?
Stubborn me thought I'd wait her out. Usually she'd come back to me. You see, she'd return. We'd do that old dance, knowing both there was not a chance that I would change. But she never came.
You can't keep doing nothing. Prove that you didn't. Well, clearly, I don't think he killed her. So. Be more like Calliope.
Cause and effect. She dies, and so you lie in bed, bereft. Don't forget, she said, look for something new, and something might ensue. Something fresh that you did not expect. Cause and effect.
But I've tried.
Never with me. We haven't tried.
Let's see.
So did I give you pause?
I'll come and join your cause. Perhaps there is some change we can effect.
That hidden voice will always play. On loop, it will always say, what did I do? What didn't I do?
It's a song you can't erase, but you can make a tiny space for what you will do.
Nice.
Very well, I'll help. Though I'm uncertain what you expect me to do.
Athena called you the god of prophecy, didn't she? Isn't that telling the future?
Prophecy is the last thing you need, Grace.
He's doing it again. Can you explain why?
It'd be helpful if you could explain why, exactly. This is all new to me, remember?
Yes, of course, that's true. It's so easy to forget that. To receive a prophecy is not simply to be told what might happen, it's to be told what will happen. To know a prophecy is to be bound to its outcome. Only in ignorance is one free to choose.
Talking about fate. So if I don't know the prophecy, or whatever the future holds, the future can still change if I don't know it. Okay.
You're talking about fate, aren't you? Destiny.
I am.
I can't say I've ever believed in fate.
You probably didn't believe in magic either, but here we are.
That's a good point.
My power is to pick at the strands of fate and make a single path clear. But in doing so, all other paths vanish. Worse, prophecies are never crystal clear. Sometimes you won't understand the full meaning until it's too late.
How is that a power? So I'm doomed. Well, I'm not doomed unless he tells me what's actually going on.
Okay, is there anything you can do that isn't prophecy related?
Not directly, but yes, possibly. Come with me. There's someone I'd like you to meet.
Okay. Who am I meeting? What is happening? This place is not very,
This is where you live?
not very,
Yes, sometimes. And
the god of
excuse
prophecy
mess, I
lives in this hovel.
don't get many visitors.
Aren't idols rich?
Are idols broke? In all those years, you couldn't save up enough money to afford a housekeeper?
You know, I guess I never worried about it much. Maybe I should.
You said I'm here to meet someone?
Ah, yes. Do you know what an oracle is?
Like the Oracle of Delphi.
You mean like the Oracle of Delphi? People went to ask her questions, I think, or was that
The
just
Oracle
another
of
story?
Delphi.
Oh, you know about
I remember from
Okay.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Well, that'll make this
there was
easier.
they
There
had to
have
meet
been
her.
many oracles over the ages. They serve as a sort of conduit for my powers. This allows them to offer insight, knowledge they have no earthly means to possess. There's always been one. Over the ages, no matter where I go, one manages to find me.
Meaning there's an oracle here.
There is.
And they live here.
What?
Oh my gosh.
I have brought someone to see you.
Hello?
How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not a magic fortune cookie. Is that what Paul told you? Oracle's my handle. And even if I was the Oracle, I'm certainly not his Oracle.
Okay. Are you sure?
You know what Apollo is, right?
Oh, I know what Paul says he is. Just because someone says they can fly does not make them the Tooth Fairy. Look, I'm sure he told you all sorts of nonsense. I use computers. I'm a hacker. That's it.
I ask very little of you, Oracle. Your help here would be appreciated.
Fine. Look at your abs in a twist.
Okay.
Okay, so Paul brought you all this way just to see little old me?
Paul.
What's on your mind, sis?
You keep calling him Paul.
You keep saying Paul. Do you mean Apollo?
Yeah, I know. Apollo, if that is his real name, says he's a god of prophecy, blah, 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 blah.
But you don't believe him.
Believe him? Who'd believe that? It's super weird, but he's a decent guy, so he can be Apollo if he wants, but I just can't call him that.
Okay, and you live here.
Do you live here?
I crash here, yeah. Better here than home.
She showed up one day, as the oracles do. Naturally, she is welcome to stay as long as she likes.
And see the way he talks. I thought maybe he was a creep at first, but nah, Paul's aight.
He's aight.
The highest of praise.
Imagine calling a god
All
just
right if he did
aight.
some laundry.
And how well do you know Apollo?
Tell me, is Apollo always so...
Incredibly emo? Like a sack stuffed with sad?
I am standing right here.
Don't get me wrong. It grows on you after a while.
Grace, surely this is not what you came for.
No, I want to hear this. I'm not. No.
I guess you're right. I just can't resist.
It's fine.
I'm not.
Don't need to be
No,
put
I'm
under
with
the
Freddy.
microscope in my own abode.
Abode. He cracks me up.
He cracks me up.
So you're an oracle who uses the internet, huh?
Like I said, it's my handle, and yeah. It's a sweet setup, huh? Some of it's even legit.
The parts I purchased for her, presumably.
Bargain for, fair and square. And I keep telling you to get me an Ethernet cable.
I don't know what that is.
It's the
Sir.
21st century, Paul. And your 21st century Oracle needs her some download speed, okay?
I need information.
I'm looking for information about someone named Calliope. Can you help?
Oh, the lady from that apartment I sent Paul to. Yeah, I've been checking that out.
What did I tell you?
I looked it up. You could do the same if you learned to use a computer. Here, hold up, I'll show you.
You know, I feel her.
There. The apartment was originally purchased 2 years ago by a holding company, Core with a K Enterprises.
Oh. Oh, I see. That would be Persephone.
Oh.
Persephone is in the one from the chorus. The one who wanted me dead, Persephone.
I wasn't aware Persephone and Calliope were friendly. Certainly not friendly enough for Persephone to give Calliope an apartment. The good news is that Persephone is easy to find. I can take you to her if you like.
You're helping me now?
Whatever happened to, I can't help you, Grace. I'll just make it worse, Grace.
Oh, sass. I love that.
I admit, you've got me curious.
Great! We're all done now.
Thank you for your help, Oracle. Please, do try to get out from behind your screens at least once today. Perhaps go for a walk.
No, sir.
Yeah, sure, will do. Leave a tip on your way out.
Core with a K. We're gonna go to Core Enterprises. The Underworld? It's probably a club. It has to be a club. Yeah, it's a club.
Welcome to the Underworld.
Wow. How have I never heard of this place?
Persephone keeps it a secret, while still managing to draw
saw
a crowd
Pan.
every night.
And
Don't
this
ask
guy.
me how. Here in the Underworld, idols
Oh,
can be
Hermes.
themselves, even if they don't look human.
Old, odd place. Is it dangerous?
There are idols here other than Persephone?
Almost guaranteed.
Is it dangerous?
Shouldn't be, but before Calliope, I would have said an idol getting murdered was next to impossible. If we're to find Persephone in all this, we'll need to split up. Have you considered what you'll say to her?
I'll fight her. No, can't I simply ask her?
You don't think I could just ask her about it?
Not if she doesn't want to talk to you. She may need a nudge. You need to be prepared to use your powers, as you did with me. Come find me in the crown if you need anything. Otherwise, be careful, Grace.
Well then. Eros. Hermes. Ban. Let's talk to Eros. Let's meet Eros. Guess he would probably be like god of lust or love. I don't remember. He'll probably explain it to me.
Oh, hey. You're the new muse, aren't you?
I guess I am, yeah.
Aphrodite mentioned it. Didn't figure I'd see you here, though.
Ooh.
Oh, excuse the manners. Name's
God
Eros.
of sex.
God of sex.
There's a god of sex.
Wait, did you say that you're the god of sex?
Desire, really. Sensuality. Attraction. Why? Were you expecting a chubby little flying baby with a bow and arrow?
I wasn't...
I actually preferred Cupid, but Pan had to be the trickster. Spread all those stupid stories.
I'm sorry.
Why? It's not your fault. Just another grudge I get to carry around forever.
He seems sad.
You know Aphrodite, right? I only met her the once.
Sure, she's my mother. You know how it is.
How would I know? New here, remember?
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. I wasn't thinking. But you hear a lot of idols talk about each other like that. You know, mother, brother, sister, grandfather. None of us are actually related. We just played a family for so many centuries, it may as well be true.
Aphrodite is your mother.
So Aphrodite is your mother, but not really.
That's right. A long time ago, she took care of me when I needed taking care of. The mortals, they just assumed. These days, well, it's not like that anymore. We're not as invulnerable as we used to be. Least of all, Aphrodite.
And what are you doing here?
The god of sex at a club. Looking for someone?
Once I might have, sure. Now I'm just here to see it happen.
See what happen?
Look out there. See all these people. The hope, the anticipation, the connections, they bounce off each other. To me, it's like lightning.
You enjoy that.
And you enjoy that?
I used to make it happen, you know. Mortals once begged me to make it happen, to inspire true love. But now I only inspire sex. Not the same thing. It's just as well. People should find true love the hard way. They'll value it more.
Is everything okay?
You seem a little distracted. Is everything okay?
Of course it is. Sure. Not obvious, huh? Truth is, I don't come here that often. No, it's hard to get away. I just want... Nope, never mind.
You can talk to me. You're having a bad day.
I'm willing to listen if you need to talk.
I appreciate that. Maybe some other time.
Okay. I need to find Persephone.
Here's the thing. I'm looking for Persephone, but I can't find her anywhere.
Well, I know where she is, but I question whether she'd be happy to see you. Look, I like you, but Mother told me what happened at the chorus. I don't want to cause trouble with Persephone.
There won't be a problem.
What if I could guarantee that there wouldn't be a problem?
Aha. How could you guarantee that?
First, I'd reassure you that I'm here to work things out with Persephone. I don't want to fight. Second, if that didn't pan out, I'd tell her I lied to you.
Making me the idiot who fell for it.
Oh, I don't know. I can be tricksy.
Trixie.
Okay. Fine. When you're ready to see her, you let me know, and I'll take you. Deal?
Deal.
Nice. Okay. I want to talk to Hermes.
Whoa, you're here. I mean, you gotta be somewhere, but you're here.
Hello, Hermes.
Sorry about running off on you back at the thing. Didn't really have a choice, but sorry anyway.
What's your story?
You're not much like the other idols, are you?
No? I haven't been an idol very long. Maybe like a year? I've lost track. So I'm not the one to ask about the idol stuff. It's all cool, but mostly I do whatever Athena asks. Athena says one day I'll sit on the chorus. That'll be sick. Can you imagine me in charge?
Isn't Athena in charge? Why not?
Why not? Maybe you can shake some dust off the other idols.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a lot of dust.
You're right about that.
I don't think Athena would let me clean anything anyway. She won't even let me touch her spear.
You know, how did you become an
You've
idol?
only been an idol for a year? How did that happen?
Probably same way it did with you.
Oh, the old Hermes died in your arms and then they accused you of his murder?
No. Well, yes. I mean, no, not like that. But yeah. I was there when he died. We were friends and I was having trouble at home and he helped me out. I miss him.
How did he die?
Can I ask how he died?
He didn't want to be here anymore.
Oh.
You mean
I'd rather not talk about it.
True. Okay, let's move on.
I'm him now. It's all good.
When Calliope died, you were right there, within moments. How did you know?
I told you. I got word, so I came.
But how did you get word?
Look, when an idol dies, I have to be there. So I just know. It's a Hermes thing.
Did you take the body?
To take the body, clean up the blood, that sort of thing?
Oh, that too, yeah. But that's on Athena's orders.
Oh, okay.
To keep the idol secret?
Sure. Can you imagine the questions? I don't know how he hides so well as it is.
How did you know about the murder?
This is probably a stupid question, but... do you know who might have killed Calliope?
Ugh, why would I know anything about that?
When you came to the apartment, it seemed like you knew her.
Oh no, I only met her once. She didn't live with the rest of the idols or hang out with us very much. She seemed nice though. Angry, maybe. But I don't know who'd want to hurt her.
Angry?
It sounds as if she didn't much like the idols.
It was more like how you can't stand your family sometimes, even if you still love them.
That's a fair point.
We'll see you around?
If you die, then for sure. But, don't die.
Let's talk to Pan.
As I live and breathe, if it isn't our dear muse.
Hi, Pan.
Tell me, have you decided to leave your troubles behind and join us in the land of shadows and revelry?
What are you doing
I'm
here?
guessing it's a total coincidence that I'm running into you here.
It must be. The alternative would be that I knew a great many things ahead of time.
Well, did you?
Do I look like an oracle? I am here to listen to thrilling music and meet delicious people. My taste
Meet
is
delicious
simple.
people? Should talk to Sky.
Speaking of simple tastes, my glass is empty again. The service here is appalling.
Thanks for the address.
I should thank you for the address. It's what led me here.
No need to thank me. You'll owe me. Remember, how you managed to stir the sun god from his oh-so-tiresome gloom, I cannot imagine. Nicely done.
You knew I'd find
Did
him.
you know Apollo would be at that apartment?
However would I know something like that?
See, you play innocent, but I just don't believe you.
Flatterer.
I assume you're a regular at this club?
And why would you assume that, dear Grace?
The horns, you. Do you know Persephone
The
well?
you?
There is no knowing Persephone well. She won't have it. Not anymore.
Not anymore?
Long ago, we were all very different. Over the span of ages, however, even mountains erode.
How can I trust
The
you?
things you say, the things you don't say. You don't make yourself seem trustworthy. You know that?
Trust is for the weak and the penniless.
Still not helping.
Why, Grace, are you assuming that I, Pan, am some sort of scoundrel?
Why is there a romance line? Seems so.
It's more that I'm stating it outright.
Rejected twice in a row. How will I ever recover from such insult, I ask you?
Uh-huh.
I don't
I'm
know
sorry.
what to tell you, Grace. Even
I'm
an
for the
idol
girls,
needs to
all
get
right?
by.
I should go.
I should get going. I'm sure I'll see you soon.
One can only hope.
Okay, let's talk to Apollo. Oh, he's wearing flip-flops.
I thought this would be easier, but it's as if Persephone left instructions to thwart me. Every staff member I approach screams and runs off.
Screams?
I hope
Wait,
your
what?
search has been more successful.
You don't come here often, I'm guessing?
Never. I'm sure Persephone only sent the membership as a formality. I doubt she thought I'd ever use it.
Don't you ever have fun? No drinking or dancing in Apollo Land?
Once. When I had the muses to keep me company.
I'll keep. No! Sorry.
Sorry. I didn't mean to remind you.
It's all right. I'm okay.
It might help if I knew more about Persephone.
It couldn't hurt. What would you like to know, exactly?
Why is everyone scared of Persephone?
I thought she was just mad at me, but everyone seems afraid of Persephone.
Noticed that, did you? Persephone's angry with everyone, and has been for a very long time. She has her reasons. I can't say she doesn't, but she does not let go of a grudge. 1,000 years could pass, and Persephone will remember what you did like it was yesterday.
So what's her story?
My Greek mythology is a little rusty, but isn't Persephone the one who was kidnapped?
Oh, you know about that. What else do you know?
Just that Persephone was a sweet girl, and Hades, lord of the underworld, swept her off to the land of the dead.
Without so much as a by your leave, yes. Her mother, Demeter, was so enraged she blanketed the world in ice, rendering it barren and infertile. Zeus was forced to act. He decreed that Persephone would be shared between Demeter and Hades, and thus the matter was resolved. Well, you asked. That's her story, as the mortals tell it.
So how much of it is true?
So tell me, how much of Persephone's legend is true?
Well, let's see. Hades did kidnap Persephone. That certainly did happen. The idols almost went to war over it until Zeus intervened and ordered Hades and Persephone to wed. That quieted things. At least until Persephone killed Hades.
She killed him? He deserved it.
Sounds like Hades had it coming.
I'd like to say we handled it well. That Zeus and the idols were mindful of what Persephone had been through, but that would be a lie. Persephone was punished for the murder, the underworld taken from her, and we all stood by and let it happen.
That's
she has never
very
forgiven us.
fair.
And honestly,
Yeah, can't blame her.
I can't blame her.
I don't blame her either.
If I were her, I'd be mad at you all too.
Then you understand why things are difficult between us.
So Persephone murdered an idol.
Wait, Persephone killed another idol.
Oh, long time ago, yeah.
What about all of Athena's rules? Wouldn't Persephone have been, I don't know.
Executed? The murder of Hades is probably why we now have that rule. Back then, we heard Persephone had usurped Hades' throne, but we couldn't believe it. It just wasn't done. Now, of course, I look back and think we should have seen it coming. Oh, the benefit of hindsight.
Why didn't you see it coming? You're the god of prophecy.
When I look, I learned long ago not to.
So what did she do next?
So what happened to Persephone after...
The murder? She survived, like the rest of us. She got older, and when we came to the New World, I think she would have left us if it was allowed. It isn't, so instead she did as she pleased. She started a cult.
Girl boss.
A crime boss.
Oh, what?
It was after her last transition, but honestly,
She
I
girl
have
bossed
no
her way out.
insight
What the
into
hell?
anything Persephone does these days.
You know, I don't blame her. Girly is getting shit done. She's standing on business.
I found someone who will bring me to Persephone.
Finally, I'll be right behind you.
You're coming with me? But I thought...
She seems even angrier with you than she is with me. I might be able to mediate.
We'll see, I guess.
Oh, wait, I can talk to Apollo again?
Are we not going to see Persephone?
Oh,
I thought you found a way to her.
Time to go see
I should
Persephone.
get going. Persephone awaits.
Right behind you.
All right, let's go see Persephone. Hey, girl. Hi. She looks so good, though.
If you're angry with anyone, Persephone, be angry with me. It was I who...
I will deal with you later.
Oh.
I was willing to leave you be, Grace. To wait until your guilt was certain. And yet here you are, in my domain, uninvited. Why? Are you here to beg for mercy? Are you here to challenge me? Should I be afraid?
Ma'am. Oh, ma'am. Ooh.
This isn't a challenge, Persephone. I have questions.
Questions for me? Good. Because I have questions for you. Do you really expect us to believe that Calliope chose you? What's the real story? Did you stumble across her as she lay dying and desperate? Are you an accident? Did you learn what she was?
It was an accident, for sure.
Did you torture her, hold her at the point of death until she agreed to hand over her Eidolon?
Persephone, this isn't...
You have every reason to try to prove your innocence, Grace. But I have no reason to help you.
Now would be a good time to mediate, Apollo.
Is that why you're here, brother? Because you know me so well?
Because I know that you care. Far more deeply than you could ever admit.
How would you know that? You resigned. You abandoned everything and everyone who ever needed you. You don't know the first thing about me, and you never did. Just crawl back into your dark little hole, Apollo.
Oh boy.
You knew Calliope.
We all knew Calliope.
She was staying at your apartment.
You knew her. Better than I or anyone else suspected.
Are you implying that I had something to do with her death?
Prove you didn't. That's how idols work, isn't it?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Are we singing?
You hear that? You're in my house, little muse. You want answers? Fight for them.
Oh, we are singing. Singing battle?
A lost little girl. You shouldn't have come here. And I sure ain't in the mood to make new friends.
Ooh.
Go home, little girl. The shadows drawing near. And you all alone. We both know how this ends.
Ooh, I like this kind of music.
Let's see how far she bends. We all know how this ends.
Play to the audience. Go on the offensive? Go on the offensive.
Hello? Testing 1, 2, testing 3. Is this thing on? Are you testing me with your coterie, ogling expectantly? Heads up, wrecking me won't come for free. See, it won't be easy, Persephone, when I use the moves.
Oh, she's spitting bars.
Don't scare me, see, I'll survive it. Maybe you want to do this in private.
You're lost, little girl.
Whoa. Randomly spitting bars.
The gall of a squeaking mouse in a lion's den. Give up, little girl. The bus home is leaving. Seen it so many times, we all know how this ends.
Fight back.
We all know how it ends.
Fight back. We gotta go on the offensive.
Wait, you're she the Persephone? Oh boy, a celebrity dissing me. Now remind me, Peach, of my memories. Sorry, not up on my ancient history. Underworld, now that rings a bell. Was it you who was married to the king of hell? It's Hazy, Hades, so you're his lady? Before my time, because I'm so Euripides. So where are they now? Wow, look around. You're the big cheese of a hole in the ground.
Don't you have any idea what you're dealing with, child? Surprise, surprise.
Oh, goodness.
Coins on your eyes. Give them to the ferryman. Get it in your little head. You're spitting at the queen
You don't scare me.
of the dead.
You're not my queen pea, I'm alive. You got a real life muse in this basement dive. You could use a boost. Should I play a gig? Hey, word of mouth works, Pea. It'll be big.
Get lost, little girl.
I need a room and a rider and a cut of the
You're
bar.
making me
I got needs, you
angry.
see. Say please, I'll bring keys and a couple guitars.
You don't want to know how far we could
You having
descend.
fun yet? I'm sorry, what's up? Let me guess how it ends. Yeah, you already said.
Back off, little girl.
We're young, you're old, we live, you
You're
die.
asking for trouble.
The end, see, that's how time works. Bye-bye.
You wanna push me, so look and then see how this ends. How this always
Go for the kill. Go for the kill.
Don't you have any idea how you sound right now? We hear it all the time. The world is full of ghosts and nothing's ever born.
You're choking on dust down here now. Maybe that's your cue. Time's come to move on. Make space for someone new. Someone not as bored as you. Maybe this new muse will do.
Don't use that word. You have no right to use that word. After what you did to her. Why don't I just kill you and wipe the floor with you? Don't use that word. You have to fight to use that word.
Damn.
You don't go in and take. That's your biggest mistake. For Calliope's sake.
She really cared about her. If she doesn't want us using that word, doesn't want us to be a muse, she doesn't see anyone else as a muse but Calliope. It's okay, I understand. She really did care about her.
Okay, show's over.
1,000 times.
It's nearly dawn.
The single note should take you down now.
Work lights on.
Without even trying, and you didn't mind. 1,000 times.
Finish your beer.
One note, and suddenly you're
have to go home. But you can't stay here.
You're the song, and you're being sung. The lullaby of the muse. Not an easy thing to lose. Wish I could hear it. Again.
No. No, you've earned your answers.
We've earned our answers.
Calliope came to me years ago. She'd grown tired of arguing with the idols, tired of being branded a troublemaker. She couldn't watch the idols wither away without a fight. I knew how she felt. So I gave her the apartment.
Well, how well did you know her?
You gave her that beautiful place? That's generous of you.
I had it to give.
Generosity isn't exactly what you're known for, Persephone.
I felt sorry for her, Apollo. Not that it makes any difference. It's been at least 2 years since we spoke. After I heard the news, I went to the apartment and turned it upside down. I had to know the truth.
That was you?
I didn't find anything. Nothing to say what she had been involved with, or gotten into, or who she might have been fighting with.
That tells us
That
a
means
bit.
one of two things. Either whatever happened to her was sudden, or it was secret.
I suppose you're right.
Calliope was never one to keep secrets. When she was doing something, everyone knew about it.
None of you were talking to her. Who would she tell?
You're clever. Maybe there's a chance Calliope chose you after all.
If it wasn't Grace, that means someone else was behind Calliope's death. Someone who could keep their involvement hidden.
One of us.
Off to bed soon. Have a good night. And wonderful dreams tonight. Enjoy the game. Okay, good night, Robbie. Thank you. Oh, God, hydrate. Thank you. Good night, good night. No yasumi. Shouldn't we tell? Must be an idol.
Couldn't we go to Athena with this? If you've changed your minds and you're both part of the
Zen,
chorus...
just gotta make sure you...
Athena would be sympathetic, but
I'm fearful
die
for
has
my
been
hydrate
cast.
redeem now.
She
but
won't go
thank
back
you.
on the edict, not without clear
Thank you,
evidence.
thank you.
Oh, now you want evidence.
She acted on the information she had. If we want to sway her, we need something better.
Must be an idol.
Does it have to be an idol? You thought I killed Calliope. Couldn't it have been some other mortal?
despite how he might look, it's not a simple matter to kill an idol.
It was difficult enough to believe you had done it. If another mortal killed her, they somehow escaped detection. We found nothing, no evidence of a battle.
You looked?
Of course we looked. What do you think was happening while you waited? If Calliope was attacked elsewhere, even magic revealed no trace of it.
Magic? Did you say magic?
Wait. Did you say magic?
You can battle me through a song in a world of your own creation, and yet magic is beyond belief?
Well, sure. I just thought...
We have our powers just as you have yours.
I can grow a field of corn like nobody's business.
Some would say our powers are also magic, but true magic is a different and older power. Hecate's domain.
Hecate.
And it was of no use here.
We shouldn't rule it out. We haven't tried everything yet.
Did she have enemies?
Did Calliope have any enemies? The way you talk about her, she must have. What? What am I missing?
Calliope had a way of making people angry. She could be argumentative.
Yes, but enough to make enemies who wanted her dead?
Not that you or I know of, apparently, but that doesn't mean they didn't exist.
Okay, what about Pan?
What about Pan? He showed up at my place out of nowhere, right after I left the chorus.
He did what?
I have to wonder what his angle is.
He has one, that's for certain. Though I've never thought of him as a killer. It would be too... messy.
Still, we should consider the idea. For him to show up so quickly is... odd.
Odd. Could Athena
What
be the
about
killer?
Athena? She seemed awfully insistent on declaring me guilty, don't you think?
Athena? No, Athena follows the rules.
Well...
Athena has one goal, and one goal only. To protect the idols. And that included Calliope. She'll eventually drive us all mad with her vigilance, but break her own rules? I don't see it.
And you're both still suspects.
For all I know, either one of you could have done it, and you're just playing along.
Apollo is capable of many things, but lying? He was never any good at it.
Whereas we know how capable you are of murder.
Ooh.
Okay, this isn't...
The one and only god I killed deserved it.
Right. Sorry I brought it up. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. You know the idols. Don't you have any ideas?
I told you I wouldn't be of much help, Grace.
Did you now? That's unsurprising. When are you ever of help to anyone but yourself?
Says the woman who forced Grace to challenge her rather than answer a simple question.
Calliope died, Apollo. Calliope, who came with us all the way from the old world.
You think I don't know that? Are you forgetting what the Muses meant to me?
All right, stop fighting. Stop. The girls are fighting. Stop it.
Stop it! Stop fighting! Is this what the idols are like? You just what? Live forever and never get over anything?
Oh, are we gonna sing again?
Super. Becoming a god was such a gift. Wow.
Oh God.
Calliope, I'm listening now. Tell us what end you were doomed to.
Calliope, blinded by fire, one match did you strike that consumed you.
How could you blame her? What could she have done to earn such a fate? You are blinded.
God of the sun hides from his own eyes. What would you know about fate?
You say that you knew her, she was family to us, yet you don't hesitate to accuse her. Oh, queen without a throne, go bitter with fury. Not everyone seeks to betray you.
Stop this.
There is something missing we're blinded to.
Yes, there's more to seek.
Apollo, your help is not needed here. Go ahead and abandon another muse.
How could you throw that gauntlet at me? Could your heart shrivel any further?
You abandoned me to a
terrible
terrible fate.
You replay your injuries
It's
till
far
it's
too
too
late.
late.
You know how far I've been before I
trapped.
snapped.
This is not
not
about you. Enough! This
Oh.
helps no one.
There he is, God of the sun.
Apollo, for my sake, take a deep breath. I need your help, not your anger. These old wounds, they distract and blind you. You can't see yourselves.
He doesn't know what's important.
And you do?
Ooh. I feel
Follow him or stay.
I mean, Apollo was the one who did try to help us, but I kind of want to stay with Persephone. Let's stay with Persephone. I'm sorry, Apollo. You've been sort of a little. Someone made some depresso today, and I don't want it.
Now that Apollo isn't sucking all the oxygen out of the room, perhaps we can get somewhere.
It got a bit scary.
The way he got all ragey. That was a surprise.
The glimpse you had, that anger, that's the true Apollo, the one behind his mopey exterior. Remember it. I'll admit the problem you present is a sticky one. If an idol is behind Calliope's death, they're clever. I need time to formulate a plan.
You're going to help me.
You've decided to help me then? I wasn't sure you would.
I've already admitted that Calliope might actually have chosen you. Don't push your luck.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't mean...
You have fight in you. You've taken quickly to the Muse's powers. It's possible that she saw the potential. So yes, I'll help you. If, however, this has all been a desperate deception, well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Oh, there's a flirtation. Yes.
I like this better than fighting with you. Way better.
Sorry.
Helping you rather than wanting you dead, you mean?
You seem like a woman who gets what she wants.
These days, yes.
Then I'd really rather have you on my side.
Wise choice.
I have to ask, is Athena really not an option? She wouldn't see what you see? At all?
She might. Athena's no fool. She sees everything in terms of risk. Anything with the slightest chance of being a danger to the idols will not be tolerated.
Maybe our culprit knows that.
Maybe whoever's behind this knows that, and is counting on it.
To what end? To ensure the death of a hapless mortal girl?
To ensure that whoever became the next muse won't survive.
I can't imagine why anyone would want to eradicate the power of the last muse. Still, it's worth considering.
Tell me what I should do.
What should I do while you're formulating? I don't like sitting on my hands.
Yeah, I've noticed. If you wish to keep busy, burn down the city. Start a revolution.
Ooh.
Become a terror the likes of which mortals only dream.
Really?
No, Grace. Go home. Be patient. When you see me next, I'll have a better idea of what to do.
Okay. Call me. You have my number. I hope. Oh, I'm in Act 2 already.
Hey, Freddy. Have you been waiting up this whole time?
Yeah? A goat man sends you off into the night. Your life is on the
Oh,
line.
Freddy.
And I'm gonna, what, sleep? What if you were taken prisoner, kept in a cave by a cyclops, or I don't know, turned into a tree? I was worried sick.
You were worried? How sweet.
You were worried about me? Aw.
Well, you're my best friend in the whole world, Grace. Plus, you know, what would the band do?
Right, the band. Where are Kaz and Brian anyway?
I told them you were fine, which isn't a lie, because technically you are. Now tell me everything that happened. Huh. Persephone runs a club called the Underworld. That's a little on the nose.
I wouldn't suggest saying that to her face.
And you ended up staying with her instead of Apollo? I don't know, Grace. She sounds a little volatile.
She's not so bad. She's not so bad.
She's not so bad. At least with Persephone, you know exactly where you stand.
I guess. Wow, she just sounds so different from the myths about her. So what are your options? You need to go back to Persephone at some point?
I could go back to Apollo's as well. Make sure he's not sore about what happened.
Oh, and, there's this. Pan left a card, says, "Come by Olympus." I doubt he means the mountain in Greece.
The idols live there.
That name keeps coming up. The idols live there, or at least most of them do.
Sounds cool. Even if Pan is there.
Still not a fan?
You know how some people just set your teeth on edge? That's Pan. I can't help it. But it doesn't matter. I said I'd help, and that's what I'll do. You can count on me, Grace.
Thanks, Freddy.
The muse? Oh, the embodiment of inspiration. Can you believe it?
Yeah, kinda.
Pan, Persephone, or Apollo. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna talk to Persephone.
Oh, back already, are you? It's just as well. I've asked around, called in some favors, just enough to get an idea of what all the idols are currently up to. Much as I'm loath to admit it, I'm back to thinking Pan may be our prime suspect after all.
Straight to business,
Hey,
I see.
Persephone, nice to see you too.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we girlfriends now? Did you
Yes.
come here for a social call over mimosas?
I wouldn't turn down a mimosa.
Oh, well, by all means, put your feet up. Hey, let me get you a cushion. It's your life on the line, not mine. While waiting for your drink, perhaps we can return to the subject of Pan.
I like that she's changed her mind about
Why
us.
Pan? I thought you'd rejected him as a suspect.
I did. It doesn't seem like his style. Pan has always preferred scheming over direct confrontation. But the thing is, how did he know about you so quickly? What does he hope to gain by sticking his nose in?
A favor or two, I guess.
Half the idols owe him a favor or two. No, he's up to something else.
He's
Until
up to
I know what it is,
something.
I can't discount the possibility that he's involved in all this.
You should know. Pan asked me to meet him at Olympus. I'm not sure why.
Oh, that's interesting. Did he happen to say what he wanted?
No. He probably wants to cash in his favor.
Huh. That's what he does. Collect favors and then use them to gather even more favors. To what end, I dare not guess.
Maybe that's a motive. Should I not see him?
Should I not go see him then? If he's our best suspect...
No. Go see what he wants. It'll provide insight into his plans, if nothing else.
Just throw caution to the wind, huh?
Somehow you'll manage. I want to send you to a party, Grace, one Aphrodite is holding. She and Eros know Pan perhaps better than anyone. If you go, it'll give you a chance to find out what he's really up to.
Why a party?
Why a party? Couldn't I just go wherever she lives and ask her?
You could, but if you go to this party, she'll be grateful. She holds it from time to time and always asked Calliope to attend, but Calliope never would. You can put two and two together. A grateful Aphrodite might be willing to tell you what Pan is really up to.
Why can't you just talk to Aphrodite?
You know Aphrodite better than I do. Can't you talk to her?
She and I don't get along.
Like how you and Apollo don't get along?
Even more intensely than that. I once said some things about her husband. They were true, but unwelcome.
Oh.
Suffice it to say, if I showed up at Aphrodite's party, revealing Pan's secrets would be the last thing on her mind.
I could just talk to Pan.
I still have that invitation from Pan. Maybe it'd be easier if I just went to see him.
You should do both. Just don't believe a single word coming out of his mouth.
I might catch him in a lie, which is just as telling.
If so, you'd be the first.
One wild party with a goddess of love coming up.
It's less of a wild party and more of a somber affair.
You mean like a cocktail party?
Let me put it this way. Apollo will likely be there.
Gotcha. Expectations of fun downgraded considerably. I'll let you know what I find.
Alright, let's go and talk to Apollo. And hopefully he's not mad at us.
Grace,
Yeah, told you she'd be back.
what are you doing here? When you stayed with Persephone, I thought that... Well, I didn't expect to see you again.
You were a jerk. Can't we be friends?
Why? Just because I think Persephone can help me, we can't still be friends?
Is that what we are, Grace? Friends?
You helped me. You brought me to Persephone. I'd say that qualifies.
I'm not sure I've helped you. All I've done is dropped you in Persephone's lap.
What, and that's bad?
Yes. Well, no. I can never be objective when it comes to my family. They bring out the worst in me. It's why I avoid them whenever possible, and why I should have resisted getting dragged into all this.
All this.
What do you mean, all this? Saving my life? Helping find your friend's murderer?
When we met, I said I would just make things worse. And I was right.
You haven't. Even if you had, isn't now the time to fix it?
Goodbye, Grace. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Oh, okay. Can I talk to Persephone again? Well, he really is out here saying, I
didn't
don't fuck
realize
with you.
come by any time would be taken so literally, Grace. Something specific on your mind?
Tell me about the idols.
I'd like to know a little more about the idols. I am one now, right?
What constitutes a little more in this instance?
Well, what are we? Where did we come from? If an idol is a soul that moves from person to person, it must have started somewhere, right?
Ah, the big question. To which the answer is, nobody knows. I remember the original Persephone only vaguely. Indeed, I'm not even certain she was the original. Was there something before her? How did she get her eidolon? I couldn't tell you. Evidently, we wrote little down in those early days, or were forbidden to, and our memories only stretch back so far. Anything beyond that simply isn't.
Okay, how can you not know where you're from?
Psst. Isn't it strange to not know where you come from? For all you know, the idols could be aliens.
Aliens? Grace, you watch too many movies.
Gods are okay, but aliens are just wacky fiction.
Fine, yes. It is strange. No, our earliest days aren't the only blanks in our memories, however. We have many. And the last was the day Zeus called us all together to tell us Rome had fallen and we should prepare for war. But did that war occur? I couldn't tell you. The last thing I remember after Rome was 1,000 years later, in the 16th century. I was in a different body, feeling as if no time at all had passed. Athena calls that period the gap. And that's what it feels like. All of us experienced it, and not one of us knows why or how.
Tell me more about this gap.
The gap you mentioned. What was that like? Did you just wake up one day, or...
I wasn't asleep. I lived. I had lives. I passed on my eidolon. I may have known who I was and what I was, but perhaps I was completely unaware. All I know is that one day, Athena came to my nunnery, near Trieste, I think. The moment that I saw her, all the old memories came flooding back. My life during the gap was wiped away in an instant, and it never returned. If someone did that to us, they were powerful indeed.
What about Athena? I mean, she's the one who found you, right? She must have been aware.
Athena woke up on her own, or so she claims, and spent the next century rounding up those idols who remained. Zeus, however, was gone. What became of him, what happened in Rome, we've never pieced it together. It's troubling.
Tell me about Hades.
Are you willing to talk about Hades? If you don't want to, that's fine. I'm just...
Incredibly curious how I ended up murdering my husband.
That, yeah.
You know, one might think that my hatred of Hades began when he kidnapped me and forced me to be his bride. But honestly, that wasn't it. I hated my brothers and sisters for letting it happen, but Hades himself terrified me. He had a presence. I mean, one that forever made him the most important man in the room. And me? Oh, I was nothing in comparison. When Hades began doting on me, trying to earn my favor, I swooned that he might deign to think of me that way. For centuries, I actually thought I was in love, that the kidnapping was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Case of Stockholm.
It's funny how our perspectives change.
So it changed.
If you got along with Hades for so long, what changed?
I did. I grew up. I was a trophy for Hades. A conquest that he expected to remain meek and unchanging forever. He went out of his way to keep me small. I slowly realized that, he'd always been that way. Manipulation and arrogance behind the handsome sneer. We battled for centuries. I hated him, and I told him so, but he refused to part with me. He declared that I was his and would stay in the underworld where I belonged.
Yeah.
And that's when you killed him?
That's when I killed him. Yes. The first time one idol had ever murdered another. Thank you very much.
You were punished for killing Hades.
I'm guessing the other idols weren't thrilled with you killing Hades.
Well, yeah, they didn't know what to do with me. And Athena was furious that the most powerful remaining idol had been lost. See, this was before the war and before all the new rules. The chorus had never once contemplated execution, but they certainly considered it then. In the end, they decided it was better to humiliate me. They ensured I did not benefit from Hades' murder, and stripped the throne I had wrested from his grasp.
Which you weren't happy about.
I asked them where they were all those years while I pleaded for help. I was held captive, and what was I expected to do? What, lie down and take it forever because Hades was more useful to them alive?
Oh boy.
No. I stopped doing what was expected of me the day I slit his throat. May he rot in Tartarus with the Titans for all eternity.
Tartarus! Not Tartarus again. How did you end up running a nightclub?
How did you go from ruling the underworld to opening a nightclub named after it?
I won it in a bet with Dionysus, god of merriment.
Okay, there has to be a story there.
Dionysus.
Well, the story is that he
My
was a
friend
fool,
calls him the gay
a charming
god.
one with many patrons. They built him a nightclub as his personal playground. And it was a grand old time for Dionysus in the 1970s, I assure you. But he didn't know how to run a business. By the time disco was ready to die, so was his stupid club. So I offered to make it profitable. If I succeeded, he would turn ownership over to me. He accepted because, frankly, all he wanted to do was drink anyhow. I was successful. The club became mine, and I kicked Dionysus out for never paying his tab.
Sucks to be him.
Dionysus ever sobers up, he might decide to be sore about it, but so far, that hasn't happened.
All right. And then you can tell me more about
Tell
Calliope.
me more about Calliope. You and her were good friends, right?
We were.
And
if you had told me a decade ago that I would become close to one of the muses, I would have laughed in your face. I always considered them Apollo's creatures. Calliope, Clio, and Talia. Vapid, frivolous gods who handed off their eidolon to any artist who took their fancy. Every time I met one of them, they were someone else. Apollo called them the Sisters of Beauty, no matter their gender. Can you imagine that? That's such a stupid name.
I never thought of that. Do idols change gender a lot?
Well, we tend to seek out successors like ourselves, but it happens. With the muses, it happened frequently. Everywhere Apollo went, they surrounded him like a gaggle of ducklings, just like him to gather his own fans.
And how did he end up friends with Calliope?
If you disliked the muses so much,
how did you?
How did you end up becoming friends with Calliope?
Well, she sought me out. She'd become more and more unhappy on Olympus, so she decided to leave just as I had, long before. Calliope asked for my help, and I laughed in her face. Go ask one of your sycophant mortals, I told her. I mean, surely one of them has some threadbare couch you can sleep on.
Wow.
Typically, she was undeterred. She didn't just want a place to stay. She said she wanted to learn how to be truly independent from an idol who had mastered it. What can I say? I mean, I am a sucker for a well-timed compliment. I took her in.
She won you
Apollo
over.
was furious. He and Calliope were barely speaking, but he was certain she'd come crawling back to Olympus. Oh, it made taking her in all the sweeter.
Just to spite him?
After you took Calliope in, that's when you became friends?
Well, no, not right away. I wasn't looking for a friend. What I was looking for was an opening act in the club. Calliope entertained here for years, and then eventually turned from performing to attracting new acts. She was in her element. She and I, well, we warmed up to each other eventually. She was more capable than I expected, and I adored her furious rants.
Calliope didn't seem like the furious type when I met her. That's hard to picture.
Oh, then you didn't really meet her. She was an idealist, and nobody could ever quite live up to her standards for very long. Her brothers and sisters, least of all. The idols needed to change, she said. They were withering away in the shadows, diminished and unwilling to save their own skins. When I joined the chorus, she expected me to change everything, as if I could single-handedly override Athena. I was to be her champion, and together we would bring revolution to the idols. Well, I was yet another disappointment. She left the club, but I gave her a place to live. We were supposed to stay in touch, but you know how it went from there.
That's all I can think of for now. I'll see you around?
Oh, yes. That's where I'll be.
Around. Day 2. I should go to Aphrodite's party. We could talk to Pan. We can go to the party. Okay, let's talk to Pan. And I think I'll call it for the night. Go. Oh my.
I'd say hello, Grace, but I'm afraid that look on your face might be catching.
What is this place?
It's a garden, darling. Surely even mortals have them.
This building. All those people I pass getting up here. Are they all idols?
Oh, at least some of them. Welcome to Olympus, dear Grace. Our home hidden away in plain sight. Marvelous, isn't it?
I've passed this part of the city 100 times. I've never seen this building. Was it always here, or...?
Our Lady Hecate provides glamours that allow certain things to go unseen, such as my glorious horns. Olympus is the same. Those invited see it. Those who aren't see exactly what they expect. It's not anywhere as grand as in the old country, but it serves its purpose.
I don't know, Pan. Olympus seems pretty grand to me.
As if mortals would know any better. This isn't the first time you've been here. I'm sure Hermes took you to Athena's dreary office.
That's here? Huh.
Good one, that Hermes. Almost as dull-witted as the original, but biddable.
Biddable. How many idols are there?
How many idols are there? I've met, what, less than 12?
Oh, I don't know. 20, 30. Our numbers have dwindled so much I've stopped keeping track.
I didn't know there were that many gods.
We're not all equally legendary, it's true. Some idols were barely worshipped, others not at all. Indeed, not all of us are idols. Some are merely immortal. Hangers-on, if you will. You'll meet them all, given time.
Do most idols live here?
Idols live here? I mean, Calliope didn't, obviously. Apollo doesn't either.
One must have special dispensation from Our Lady of Wisdom, Athena, before they can take up a private dung heap like Apollo's.
Am I gonna have to give him my apartment?
That's rather putting the cart before the horse, darling. First, you must outlive the week.
Right. Good point. You asked me to meet you here?
I did. Though I feared you might decline, considering your rather callous rejection earlier. Regardless, my pride is intact, as is the favor you owe me, which I now wish to collect.
Yeah, figured as much. Persephone was right about you.
Dear, sweet, suspicious Persephone. My vicious little pomegranate, what have I ever done to you? Here's the thing. A friend has begged for my help, and you're far better suited than I to offer what he requires. I'll give you a key to reach the reliquary where he resides. You help him, and then we're even. If that's not enough incentive, the reliquary is also where you'll find the lovely Hecate. A sorceress of her power could aid your quest. What do you say?
Would Hecate help me?
This Hecate, do you think she could help me?
If she's of a mind. She is the goddess of dark magic, the creator of all our marvelous glamours. If anyone can help you, it is she.
And if she's not of a mind?
Then she won't help you. Grace, that part is up to you. I can't be expected to do everything, can I?
What kind of favor is
This
this?
person I'm to help. What does he want? And why can't you do it?
Well, Grace, there are some things you're better equipped to handle than I. This, as I understand it, is a delicate matter of the heart. One that requires a muse's hand.
A matter of the heart.
What, did you think I was sending you to rough someone up? Set something aflame? Don't be absurd. The man has an issue with his love life. Even if you can't help him, I'll treat the effort as worth the favor.
What is a reliquary?
What is this reliquary? Doesn't that have something to do with the bones of saints or something?
Not those relics. Our relics. The relics of ancient gods. Magical treasures collected over thousands of years. Books, mainly. We store them in a faraway place so no one unsavory can get their hands on them.
Unsavory like you?
Unsavory like most. Athena has decreed that these relics are not to be used by any save Hecate and herself.
You just don't
A
like Pan at all,
waste
huh?
of so much amassed knowledge and power, but who am I to judge? I'm not leader of the chorus.
If these relics are off limits, does that mean they're dangerous?
Some, but I'm not asking you to chase after any of that nonsense. In fact, I'd advise against it.
But what if one of those relics could help me?
My, such an adventurer you are. It's possible, but ask Hecate first. She, and I mean this with complete and uncharacteristic seriousness, is not an idol you or anyone wishes to cross.
And that's it.
So that's it? Fix up someone's love life? Nothing trickier than that?
Oh, the way you talk, Grace. It makes me blush.
Well, it's just that...
I trade in willing favors, Grace. If I didn't, no one would want to do as I ask, and then where would I be? I may seem untrustworthy, but allow me to reassure you. If I wish you harm, you will walk into that harm knowingly, and with open arms.
You finished? You couldn't keep going? Oh, Final Fantasy? Did you win? Were you winning, son? I need more level off screen. Okay, well. It sounded like you were having a lot more fun than yesterday, though. I'm glad. I am not gonna... Stop trying to make me romance this guy.
What about Calliope? Did she walk into harm knowingly and with open
No,
arms?
no men. Oh, you didn't see
You tell
Persephone.
me. I could deny it, of course, but
I'll show
if
you
you choose
Persephone.
not to believe anything I say, what's the point of asking the question?
I'll consider it.
I'll think about it. But no promises.
Marvelous. The gentleman you seek is named Asterion.
What the fuck?
Lovely fellow, quite
I can't
harmless.
escape this man!
I'll send a package to your
I can't
domicile that
escape.
contains directions
I can't
and the key
escape
you'll need to
Asterion.
reach the reliquary.
I said no promises.
Well, if you decide to go, Grace, you'll still need all those things. Say hello to darling Hecate on my behalf, will you?
Why? Why? Here, Blue. Let me show you. Let's go meet. Let's go meet Persephone.
Ah, Grace, there you are. Did you end up going to see Pan after all?
Ma'am.
He asked me to repay the favor I owe him by helping someone at a place called the Reliquary.
The Reliquary? That's normally off limits to idols. How will you even gain access to it in order to do this favor for him?
He gave me a key.
Woman.
Well, who knows where he got that?
And I
It all
can
seems rather suspicious.
if it allows, I can romance lines her. Will there be trouble?
If it's off limits, does that mean I'll get into more trouble if I go?
Possibly, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't. Hecate runs the Reliquary and has considerable knowledge at her disposal. She might assist your investigation, provided it's written in her bloody book.
Her book?
You'll see. Now then, unless you've something else to ask?
No, not really. I'll see you later, Persephone.
But also, my roommate / best friend is also really cute, and I like her too. Oh, Apollo's there.
Fancy party? Check. Bunch of strangers? Check. Grace totally not dressed for the occasion? Check. Now, if only I knew what I was supposed to be doing here.
Grace? You're here.
You told me goodbye like 5 minutes ago.
I'm invited, aren't I?
I'm just surprised you even knew it was happening.
Persephone said I should come to this. Whatever this is.
Persephone didn't tell you?
And we're back on HSR until Sleepy's. I posted it, a screenshot in your server in the HSR channel. I'm sad. I got Bailu'd. I wanted the lightning mommy. I didn't want a lightning child.
I came to see you, Apollo, and I don't recall you mentioning it.
Noise.
Persephone
Not
said it could
noise. But hi, Lab.
You don't have any of Calliope's memories, right? No deja vu recollections that aren't your own?
No. Should I have?
Not right away. For a while, you won't remember anything. We call
Just
it
came by to say good
the
night.
veil.
All right, good night.
In time, the veil will start to lift.
Good
slowly
night.
at first, but eventually you'll remember almost
No,
everything Calliope did.
Yasumi. Good night. Give me women? Did you not see Persephone? I was literally... I went back to her just for her to tell me to fuck off.
That's gotta be a lot of memories. She was, what, 1,000 years old?
More than that. Much more.
Then what happens to me in my piddly 20-something years? It can't be good.
Eventually, it's like a flood. It becomes difficult to separate what's you and what's them, and all who came before them.
Will I become Calliope? That sounds awful.
I'm learning this now? What are you talking about? It sounds like drowning.
It doesn't feel that way, I promise. You'll still be you, you'll just also be everyone else.
That's
It sounds
terrifying.
terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I don't even want to think about it.
I understand.
Like, there's a
some
point
time
where
to let it sink
am I
in. If you
really
like,
just
we can talk about
me,
it later.
or are these memories make me who I am?
What does this have to do with the party?
Aphrodite hasn't been the same since we came to the New World. She has horrific memories of what she endured during the war. Passing on her Eidolon is a way to forget, for a while. That's what this party is for.
She's trying to find someone to give her Eidolon to? Aphrodite's gonna die?
When you say she's gonna pass on her Eidolon, you mean
She's going to die, yes, and pass her soul on to a chosen successor.
In front of everyone?
We're here to help, Grace. To make it easier for Aphrodite to do what she feels she must. We're here to say goodbye.
Oh, this is a
At least for a
very
while.
depressing party. I don't like this. I want to go now. I don't like this idea at all.
This isn't the first time Aphrodite's done this. She's held this kind of gathering before, right?
This is her fourth, I think, perhaps fifth.
So every time the veil, whatever you call it, when it starts to lift,
Aphrodite's memories return, and eventually it is too much. We gather to pay our respects and to honor the past. Well, she still remembers it.
Calliope didn't approve. No wonder she didn't want to go.
Wait. Persephone said Calliope always refused to come to these parties.
She refused on principle. Everything Calliope did was on principle. She believed Aphrodite was indulging her sadness, wallowing in it. She thought Aphrodite should try harder. It was a point of contention between them. Aphrodite will be grateful you're here. Trust me.
And you support this.
Do you support what Aphrodite is doing here?
It's not my choice to make, Grace.
Yeah, but you must have an opinion.
Eventually you will remember what we experienced during the war, and eventually you will remember that what Aphrodite experienced was far worse. If this is the mercy she requires, I will not tell her she should not take it.
I don't like this idea. I don't. If it's her way to cope, then it's her way to cope. But it's also like making a little bit of a spectacle of it in a way. I don't know. It's a farewell party. But I don't like that it's like a death kind of farewell party.
I don't know, Apollo. I don't like the whole idea.
You want her help, don't you?
Yes, but...
At least speak with Aphrodite before you make a final decision. She's not here just yet. Until she arrives, I suggest mingling.
Mingling.
Yeah, mingling. Talk to Eros. Or we can talk more if you like.
You told
try
me
to relax,
goodbye when I last saw you.
Relax. That's what this party is for, right?
So we have Eros here, and then we have Apollo over there. Let's talk to Eros first.
Grace.
Hey, Eros. Nice to...
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Aphrodite will be so happy you're here. It means so much you have no idea.
Sir, are you okay?
Are you okay? You seem a bit...
Every time she does this, I don't know how to handle it. I almost want to run upstairs and demand she stop. Remind her that this never works. Sorry, I shouldn't unload on you. It's been a bad week.
I don't like this at all.
I have to be honest, Eros. I'm not a fan of what's supposed to happen here.
I know exactly what you mean. Every time, Aphrodite forgets. At least for a while. But I don't. I remember everything.
Yeah, it's
I'm there for
it's
the
a little
nightmares,
selfish.
the panic attacks, the days she doesn't even remember the war's over. And now I'm arranging her gathering again, so she can die again. And I'll watch it all again.
Is there no other way?
Is there no other way? Does Aphrodite really need to...
To die? I've asked that so many times. She's tried magic, drugs, psychotherapy, meditation, everything we could possibly think of. For a while, she'll deny anything's wrong. It all seems fine, and I start to hope. Maybe this time will be different. Then the nightmares begin, and the memories return. More with each passing day until... I hate it, but I see her agony. I can't deny her this.
Is it okay if I ask what happened? I don't mean to pry, but I'm new. I really don't know.
I know, but it happened to Aphrodite, not me. It's not my story to tell.
Fair.
If I knew what she was dealing with, I might be able to help.
Could you? I suppose it wouldn't hurt. What happened is that Brother Ares happened. He missed out on the first world-spanning war, you see, so he was damned if he'd miss out on the next one. He found some jackbooted mortals so full of themselves and their supremacy, and he told them about the idols.
Oh no. Oh
then
no,
they
I
came
see.
for us. Took us completely by surprise. Some they killed.
Okay.
But Aphrodite, her they captured.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Aphrodite was captured, but she's here now. So she must have escaped.
She didn't. Do you know the name Hephaestus?
Wasn't he a smith of some kind? Giant hammer, lived in a mountain?
Some of that is mortal fancy, but yes. He was Aphrodite's husband, and he adored her beyond reason. When he found out the mortals were torturing her, he went mad. He was determined to save her.
Wait, they tortured her?
Nothing extreme, I'm told. They were too frightened, but they were also determined to wring every last secret out of her. So, who knows how long that fear would have lasted. Thus, Hephaestus made a deal.
With the, jackbooted guys.
No, with their enemies. That's what saved her.
Yeah, I see. It's
Then
the PTSD.
this deal is how Aphrodite survived.
It's how we all survived. It's what brought us to the new world. Hephaestus saved us all. We never saw him again. That was the deal. He would leave, make their precious weapons, and never look back. Aphrodite never even got to say goodbye. It's funny, because Aphrodite didn't even like Hephaestus when they were married. She seemed to resent every minute they were together. But now he's all she can think about.
Maybe I just don't understand, but isn't this like suicide?
Some of the idols have committed suicide. They let themselves die without passing on their eidolon.
What happens?
What you'd expect. They're gone. Forever. Mother says she can't do that. She won't. Not until she sees Hephaestus again, I suspect. Not that what's happening here is anything casual. She still has to die for a while.
You don't seem to approve.
You sound like you don't approve of what Aphrodite's doing.
What I want is for her to not hurt anymore. What I want is for this to end. She'll ask you to use your power as part of the celebration. Could you use it to inspire her?
I can't force anyone to do anything they don't want to, Eros.
That's not what I'm asking. I believe that deep down, she doesn't want to do this any longer. She must see it isn't working. She just needs the strength to try. Or I hope that's all she needs.
And what if you're wrong?
What if you're wrong? What if she decides not to do this and it keeps getting worse?
Then I'll be with her to help her reach the other side.
If she can.
Yeah. If she can. It's a lot
This
to
is
ask.
Heavy.
I'll understand if you can't. All I want, one way or another,
This
is
is
to
a
get
very
through
heavy
tonight.
burden, or decisions he's put on me. Okay, let's talk to Apollo.
I know all these people, Grace. For as long as I can remember, I've known them. Yet sometimes I feel like I don't know any of them at all. Or they me.
You don't seem comfortable.
You don't enjoy these family gatherings, do you?
Are they family gatherings? Like the sort mortals have?
You call each other sister and brother and mother.
Well, yes, but...
And you've been together like 100 times longer than I lived with my family. All you're missing is a drunk uncle everyone has to apologize for.
That would be Pan. But yes, I feel very much out of place.
Why is that?
Why is that exactly? Wouldn't you feel more like you belonged after 1,000 years together?
Is your assumption that all those centuries bring great wisdom?
Don't they?
We get older. We have more to forget. We hold grudges longer, but wiser. No. Not so far.
I spoke to Eros. He's pretty broken up over all this.
Oh, poor Eros. Each new successor, his hopes rise up once more. And then he watches the new Aphrodite crumble. Piece by piece. Only to start all over again. It's so different from the olden days. Once he was the eternal disaster, and Aphrodite kept constant vigil over him.
Maybe he feels like he owes her.
I think he's followed her into a dark void, and somewhere, deep down, believes he deserves no better.
I should get back out there.
Alright, we're gonna wait for Aphrodite. What?
My family. Having you all here, gathered once again to see me off, it moves me. More than I can say. My loves, my darlings, my dearest friends. And you. Oh, my dear sweet thing. I dare not
Oh,
hope that
sweet
you,
thing.
with all your troubles, might sing me to my sleep. Yet here you are. Yet here she is. Huh.
Can we talk in private?
I was hoping we might have a chance to talk.
Oh, but we are talking, are we not?
I mean the two of us. In private.
And abandon my guests when I've just arrived. I have so many farewells to make.
Is this Grace, my lady? The new muse?
Oh, what manners I have. Grace, Grace, meet the lovely mortal woman who shall tonight become the new me.
Hi, my name's Venus, and yes, it really is Venus. Nice to meet you, Grace.
You were chosen.
Hi. I have to admit, it'll be weird watching this happen the, proper way.
Because I'm chosen?
Yeah. I wasn't. Not like this, anyhow.
Yeah. Lady Aphrodite told me.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. That sounds awful.
There will be so much time for you lovelies to speak later. Now, we must prepare for my departure.
I really need your help first.
Are you sure we can't talk first? I really need your help, Aphrodite.
I know you do, my dear. I wish I could be there for you, but I'm afraid my time is up. But since you've shown such kindness in coming, I will ask Eros to make himself available to you afterwards. There's nothing I know that he does not. He is my son, my truest friend, my longest love.
Won't he be a little distracted?
Eros has been through this before, Grace. He knows what must be done.
Even though he's been through this so many times before, it doesn't mean that it gets any better for him. In fact, if he starts getting desensitized by it, it's probably going to be really bad. He's broken up each time. No child wants to see their parent suffering, but no child wants to assist their parent in something like this. But he owes you. He feels like he owes you, and I don't... But I don't want to take Aphrodite's choice in leaving the way she wants to leave. She's also suffering, right? And and this is her way of coping. This is such a morbid...
I could talk you out of it,
a morbid situation.
Forgive my saying so, but you seem fine.
Yes, it might seem that way. Well, tell me, Grace, why should I let you try to talk me out of this,
Because this doesn't help.
You must know this isn't working. How many times have you done this? Has it gotten any better?
Better? I do not remember what better feels like. I remember many things. I remember virtue, heroism, even love. All of it eclipsed by the memories of pain. But tonight is not about becoming better.
It's the PTSD that she...
It's about respite from the pain.
Doesn't...
And honoring
she hasn't allowed herself
the
to
memory
actually
of what
process.
Was. Go, enjoy the gathering, Grace. Tell me when you're ready to begin.
Oh, this doesn't feel so good. I don't feel so good. Venus. Okay, you know what? We'll talk to Venus. And then we're gonna end it there.
I should apologize, Grace. Saying that I was chosen like I'm somehow more special, I really didn't mean it that way. I hope you can... I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It looks like I'll be doing that a lot. Lady Aphrodite said I'm ready, but I don't know.
I don't mind. Second thoughts?
Having second thoughts? If so, now's probably the time to mention it.
I would never do that to Lady Aphrodite. I'm just nervous.
That's understandable.
If I can ask, what does it feel like after it happens? Do you feel different?
I was terrified.
I was so scared at the time, I didn't know what to think. I had no idea who Calliope really was.
You didn't remember anything? About her? Who she was? She was just gone?
Yep.
Yeah. Isn't that the point of all this?
I just wanted to be sure. Sometimes it doesn't seem like it could be real.
How do you know Aphrodite?
How do you know Aphrodite exactly?
So I was working at this homeless shelter, right? A couple of years ago, and she came in with one of the older residents. And she was there in this, like, amazing dress. And she's sitting with this guy and really listening to him. Like, they were old friends or something. I just thought, what is someone like her doing in a place like this? So, I just went over and introduced myself.
That's it? Just like that.
Just like that.
Yeah. She came back to the shelter a few times, but by then, I guess she'd taken an interest in me instead.
And you're okay with all this?
Are you really okay with all this? You know what's gonna happen, right?
I saw a lot of people in crisis at the shelter. I knew something was wrong with Lady Aphrodite. She's in so much pain, Grace. She won't let you see how much. Eros called me one night desperate. She wouldn't stop screaming. She didn't know where she was. She's a good person, Grace. A good soul. She deserves mercy.
I get it.
Your name's really Venus, huh?
Everybody asks me that. Even the other idols. Maybe that's why Lady Aphrodite noticed me in the first place. She says it was fated to be. I say it's because my mama was a diehard hippie.
But this is wrong.
But don't you feel this is wrong? I mean, you're ending your life. It's like some kind of murder-suicide pact.
I don't think of it like that. Lady Aphrodite is not committing suicide, and I'm not being murdered.
Aren't you? Your life is ending. It's being taken over, swallowed up by Aphrodite's grief.
I'm becoming part of something bigger. Something amazing. Or maybe you're right. It'll be terrible, and I'll end up in so much pain I'll regret it.
So why go through with it?
Because Lady Aphrodite needs me. Maybe, just maybe, if I'm added into the mix of all the people she's been, maybe things will be different.
I don't know. I don't know. Oh, this is a decision I'm gonna have to sleep on. Yeah, we're gonna end it here. We'll continue this another day, but I'm actually kind of invested now. I don't know when it'll be next, but we will see. Let's go pick someone to let's go pick someone to raid. Here we go. Sky's streaming. Let's go raid Sky. I hope everyone had a good time. The singing was great. Now we're ending off on such a heavy topic I need to think about. It's actually kind of killing me now. But yeah. I'm just gonna start raid. Alright, good night everybody. We'll see you over at Sky's raid. He's playing Overwatch right now. I don't know if you guys want to watch that, but I think Sky will be happy with the raid. Alright. 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 Bye guys. Noyasumi. Good night. Good night. Good night night. Good night. Bye.